So our team's main thing for Scaleway is that we have a full remote policy, but we also know it doesn't fit to everyone, and we have juniors that we want to accompany. So we have sites in Paris and in Lille for the moment, and everyone can be remote if they want, and everyone can be to the office. So hybrid will be maybe the best response to your question. Well, we, of course, like everyone, faced the big COVID challenge, and how you manage teams, how you make sure they are feeling well, how all the wellness of the teams was a real subject during the COVID period. And we worked on it, failed sometimes, but the idea is really that we take this remote now as a chance, because we have found the good way to go to this challenge, which was finding where the team were, keeping the vision in mind, and making sure they know what they have to do and that they are happy with it. Well, I think we had all tools, we tried a lot of tools. We were trying to have all the tools that everyone needed to make sure they could collaborate. And finally, what we have discovered is that we have not too many tools, but the right ones, and especially the rules to use them. Because you have sometimes too many ways of collaborating that doesn't fit to everyone. So making sure you have the good rules and the good tools were, I think, the clue for a success today. With the remote, it's great, because we had this, there's a certain amount of talents in France, and when you oblige everyone to be on the office, then you limit the capacity that you have to recruit. But when you decide that you have this remote policy, absolute remote policy for everyone, that you make sure that you have equal pay, that you make sure that you have the good trainings for everyone, then you are sure that you can recruit the talent that you want everywhere and give them a good work-life balance, which is very useful to have the great talents that we want to recruit today. So scaling is now much more easier, finally. Well, at the beginning, during COVID, very difficult, of course. We had some bad moments, making sure that we could launch the products and how we could control how it was going and all the teams were going. But with the tools of collaboration and training managers to a new way of managing teams, because actually it is really a new way of managing teams. How you give them, you ensure they have the good vision, you ensure they know what they have to do, who is working on this project. And then finally it goes very well, because you discover that you should have done this much before, and that it forces the managers to be much better managers and much excellent managers in their leadership also, to move all these teams that are remote. Well, I could talk about my proper journey. We were so much in the CODIR, looking at the best way to manage the teams in remote, moving to remote, because this is the solution. And finally, I realized I'm at the office every day. I just don't know how to manage this. I don't know how myself, as soon as I came out of the COVID situation, I wanted to be back to the office. And you realize it is a change management, even for the ones that are okay in the mind, meaning exactly what does it mean? The teams are not there, you are alone in the office and say, okay, I've missed something. So I have to work on myself, that now that I've worked on the teams and the management, I worked on myself and understood how I could organize and take profit of this also. Well, so many reasons to talk more about Scaleway, who we are, what we can give to our customers. Also meet the customers and make sure it's a great opportunity for all our technical teams to discover all the use cases, discover having a real relationship, because we talk about remote, but this time a relationship when you talk to everyone. And finally, recruiting also. We were yesterday evening with a young guy saying, oh, I love so much your teams, I want to join, tell me how I can do this. So it's also about recruiting. Speak to Scaleway today for two main reasons. Know about the cloud and how cloud could be greener and how we do it. And also know what we have to propose in terms of jobs, because we have a lot to propose and we really want to triple our teams in 2 years. So we need people to come with us, and so we will be happy to see everyone. expertise everywhere, great knowledge, people happy to exchange and to give information and to share. And visibility, of course, with the so big amount of people here that we're not used to anymore.